Welcome. I'm Carol Ingram, and I'm part of the Sulky Design Team. And today I've brought you some beautiful projects from our Sulky Secrets to Successful embroidery book. And inside this embroidery book there's all kinds of embroidery, including handwork. And I would like to show you some of that beautiful handwork. As I have here today, we have all the stitches already written out for you so that you have all the instructions. We have all kinds of hand designs, and I know a lot of you really do enjoy handwork, and a lot of you have the time to sit in front of your television or sit and wait at the soccer team, or maybe when you're at the airport and you want to carry something in a bag and have it to work on. So today I'd like to show you how versatile our cotton 12 weight and our 30 weight thread is. In front of you I have a hoop that has beautiful hand stitches, and the hand stitches are thick and thin and tiny and delicate, and we can do this all with a 12 weight and the 30 weight. We're going to do like this tiny stitch here with just one strand. These heavier stitches up here, we go up to 3 or 4 strands, and we can make a lazy daisy stitch, we can make a padded running stitch. And as you can see here, the first thing that I want to do is I want to get my design onto my fabric. And we have a transfer pin. The transfer pins are really great. Sulky has a wonderful product here that is so versatile it can be used for multi things. One of the things that I like about this transfer pin is when you first use it and you iron with it, you get a really dark design. But as you can see, as I go around and as I iron it, it gets lighter and lighter and lighter. So you can iron it at least as many as 9 times before it disperses. So what I've done is I've ironed this many times and come down to where it's very light, because I want my threads to cover my design. So then I'll get a light design right exactly where I want my pattern to be. Another thing that I like to do is I like to put a Sulky stabilizer on the back, because as you can see, a lot of this fabric, you can see that it transfers through. If you're going to move from this stitch to this stitch, you're going to be dragging your thread across the back. And sometimes, if there's an open spot there, you're going to see that shadow underneath. If you put a stabilizer behind it, such as our soft and sheer, when you drag that thread across, you will not see that shadow. The stabilizer is very soft and sheer. It's very pliable. It does not add any weight to your hand embroidery. It comes in many sizes, so that when you see you have the large piece that I have in the back, you can cover larger pieces. It also comes in smaller rows and packages, and it comes even on bolts. So look at this wonderful clamshell packaging that comes in. It keeps it nice and neat and clean. Now, let me remove this. Also, what I want to point out to you is when you're going to start with your handwork, there's lots of things that you need to use. One of them would be a hoop. This is a smaller hoop. They go from small to large. This is a hoop for quilting, which we're going to be talking in a little bit. But this is a lap hoop, and it holds the larger pieces like we have here. Another thing that I like to have, I made this little needle case, which is nothing but a couple of pieces of cardboard covered, and I did the handwork. As you can see, the little vines and the French knots, and even putting the pearls on with the ribbon were done with the 30 weight. And then you can have your needles on the inside, like so. So you'll need some way to manage your needles. You'll also need to have a large variety of needles. They come in various sizes, various shapes, with various eyes. You'll also need some thimbles. They come in various sizes. These are quilting thimbles, the ones that have the opening on them. And this little handy dandy tool right here is wonderful, because this helps you thread. If you need these, you will need this. So you will put this on, like so. And this is a needle threader. You can see it right here. So the needle threader goes into the eye, and you can thread it very easily. These are all wonderful tools. You'll probably need a pair of scissors to nip, like the ones I have here, and then you're all set to do your handwork. And of course you're going to need your Sulky 12 weight and your Sulky 30 weight threads. The Sulky 12 weight and 30 weight threads come in solids, both 12 and 30 weight. They come in blendables, and the blendables are one of my most favorite ones to work with. They come with a snap top, that keeps control of your threads. Here you can see that I've done a cross stitch, and I've combined the cross stitch with silk ribbon, and with this, the cross stitch, I have here a needle that's threaded with a large eye, and I have 4 strands, as you can see. Those 4 strands work very well in cross stitch on Aida cloth. And as you all know, Aida cloth numbers go by the size of the little squares in the cloth, and all you do is just add 2 or 3 more strands of thread. Next, we want to talk about quilting. Quilting, hand quilting is fun and enjoyable, and it's a small project that you can carry with you anywhere. These patterns that I have here are already pre-printed panels for quilted pillow tops, and they're very rewarding, and they're very showy when you want to use them in your home deck in your home, and on your ready-made quilts, or your handmade quilts on your bed. So this panel comes pre-printed, like so. And again, you want to be able to not see any shadowing behind this, because the fabric is thin, like a broadcloth. So we're going to layer, and we're going to layer with KK 2000 spray adhesive, and spray the back of our panel, and then we're going to put a layer of quilt batting, and then we're going to put a layer of soft and sheer again. And that soft and sheer is going to hold your quilt sandwich together. Then we're going to, let me get this out of the way. Then we're going to use our lap hoop, which is like so. Now this is a lap hoop that attaches to a frame that I have. It's a floor frame, and you can see this is right here where it attaches to the floor frame, and I can sit and watch TV, and I can pull this up to my lap and work from the underside. So we would use a large lap hoop like this, and I prefer the wooden.